What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So this video I'm going to run you through basically how I'd make 100k a year if I had to start again. Okay, this strategy I'm about to give you is exactly why I make 6 figures a year. Okay, this is the exact strategy that I used to get here, and I'm going to give it to you for free. Okay, so for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Aidan Kalinsky. I'm 21 years old. I've been in the appointment setting model for around 2 years now. Okay, I've worked with big names such as Charlie Morgan and William Brown. I've generated them combined roughly $1.2 million. Okay, and as a result, I've seen about 6 figures of that for myself. Now, the whole purpose of this channel is to help you guys do the exact same thing, because this model that I'm going to show you in detail in this video has changed my life. I no longer work a 9 to 5. I make 6 figures a year from my phone, and I'm living the exact life I always dreamed of when I was a kid. So this is the 100k speed run. I'm going to be really blunt with you in this because I need to tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. Okay, and the first thing is, this is probably coming to your mind when you think of making 6 figures a year. Okay, and it's because, here's the thing, I know this because I used to think this too. This is what we're all conditioned to believe when we're growing up. You have to be really smart, it's too hard, it's just luck, it's so much money, it takes too long. They're all excuses, right? I don't want to hear it. If you can feel your brain making these excuses, just stop yourself. They're so untrue. These are so cripplingly untrue that it makes me angry, right? It's not your fault, because growing up we all get conditioned to believe this way, right? But this is so not true. You don't have to be smart. It's not that hard. It's not luck. It's not a lot of money. Trust me, it's not, right? I'll show you in a second why it's not a lot of money. It's not, right? It's really nothing special, okay? Making 6 figures is really not. So the second you believe that it's not that special, that makes it easier for you to achieve, because you don't put it on such a high pedestal. And it takes too long. Well, it can do, depending on the model you pick. The model that I'm going to show you, you can do it very quickly, okay, like I did. So all of this is total BS, right? All of it. These are all limited beliefs, and they're all excuses, and they're all untrue. And the reason why I say that, right, is because, and this is the way you need to see these things and see how abundant money is and success actually is because I've seen it firsthand. You need to see it as well. So I'm going to show you right now, right? For example, this is my client and personal friend, William Brown. Right, you've probably heard of him. I mentioned him at the start of the video, and I mentioned him just now, right? So William Brown, this guy honestly makes about 600k a month, right? And I know that because I've worked directly with him. He makes around 600 grand a month with his second company. His first one, he sold to a private equity firm for a multi-7-figure deal. I think it was close to 10 million. I can't remember exactly how much it was, right? He sold a company, and now he started a new company. He makes 600 grand a month. Now, look at him. He's a human being just like you and me, right? He's got arms and legs, he's got hair, he's got a brain, he's just wearing a white t-shirt and some trousers. And I'm right next to him. Do you know what the difference between me and him is? Nothing. We're both human beings. The only difference is he's been in the game longer and he actually takes action. Now that's the same difference between me and you. I've been in the game longer and I also take action. And he doesn't believe these things here, right? You have to be really smart, it's too hard. Do you think if he really believed these things, right? If he believed those limited beliefs that you're telling yourself, he'd be making that much money? Or sold a company? No, right? It's the same with me. I wouldn't be in this room with this guy if I believed these things, okay? So just get that out of your head, these limiting beliefs, and just once you do that, that makes it so much easier. It doesn't even matter about the model that you pick to get into, making 6 figures a year or making loads of money. It doesn't matter about the model. It's all your mindset, okay? It's all your mindset. So just get that shit out of your head, okay? Now, this is the model, okay? So the first thing we need to understand, we need to break these beliefs first, okay? Understanding that 100k a year is just 8.3k a month, okay? Now, don't be intimidated, because again, that's $278 a day. It makes it a little bit less intimidating when you hear it in daily terms. $278 a day. I promise you, it's not that hard to do. And I'll break it down in a second, but it's not that hard to do. You need to kind of break it down in your brain, right, to understand it's not actually a million miles away. You're not asking, it's not 100 grand a day, it's $278 a day. Okay, it's not as scary as it sounds, right? Now, what I'm not going to tell you to do is get into drop shipping, or agency, or Amazon FBA, or trading, or any of this stuff right here. And do you know the reason why? Because the people that tell you to start these models, number one, it's really it's not beginner friendly. And a lot of you guys that are trying to start, or a lot of you guys that are watching this video right now, are beginners, right? These aren't beginner friendly. You need cash and you need to know what you're doing to be successful and to make $278 a day with this. A marketing agency, don't even get me started. I tried one of these as a beginner. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's the equivalent of starting a plumbing company where you don't know how to change a tap. That's what starting a marketing agency is like. right? Starting a marketing agency, you don't even know what a funnel is, or how to build a website, or how to like close a client. You start an agency doing those things, but you don't even know how to do it. I don't know how to change a tap, but I'm going to go and start a plumbing company. Yeah, great idea, right? Just ignore all of this BS online. Amazon FBA, you have to have a massive budget for, right? And again, it's too much risk. And trading, again, you can only get rich really like consistently or kind of like predictably if you actually have cash to start with. So avoid these at all costs. What we're going to do instead, right? You need to understand these guys online, right? They're not the same guys I'm talking about right now. There are a lot of people online, such as Alex Hormozy, Cole Gordon, Grant Cardone, right? You get the point. People that already have a really big personal brand. For example, these guys got millions and millions of followers, okay? So we're in a very blessed day and age to be around people and see people that are doing this well, okay, and have a lot of these and have this much influence. And the best thing about this, right, is these people have a large audience, right? They sell a high ticket product to that audience, and thousands of people want that product, okay? So that means basically this guy's got 4 million followers. Alex Hormozy's got 4 million followers. He's going to sell a product for, I don't know exactly what he sells, but let's say for the sake of the example, he sells a 5K product, a coaching program. Alex Hormozy would sell something a lot more expensive than that. Anyway, just you get the point. Loads of followers, sells a high ticket program, right? Lots of people who want it. Do you think this guy has enough time in the day to speak to people that want that program and try and close them, try and like get them on a sales call? No. Why? Because he's too busy running the actual company. So that means he's got like thousands and thousands of potential clients not being treated because he's too busy running the company. So he needs someone to kind of take that off his hands for him. Because again, if he does, it's a no-brainer, right? He's getting someone else to do the work for him and he's getting free clients. So the things you guys have in common, they sell a high-ticket product, thousands of people want the product, but they have no time to speak to that audience. So what we're going to do is we're going to partner up with them, right? Now, I've got other videos on this channel showing you how to do it. I can also make videos in the future showing you how to do it, right? But we're going to find a way to basically partner up with them. And again, that's a topic for another day. And I'll cover this a little bit later on and I'll make future videos. But yeah, once we actually find out how to partner up with them, right, and actually measure them, we're going to basically be logging into their Instagram, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, their Twitter, all of their social media accounts. And we're going to go into DM their followers, okay? So for example, Alex Hormozy, 4 million followers. We're going to go through, DM their followers, right, with a script, basically trying to intrigue them in, are you open to new ways of getting X result? For example, a fitness coach, are you open to new ways of losing weight, right? They'll say, oh, yes, I am. Okay, cool. I've got an opportunity here that I'd like to run by you. I think I could help. Do you mind if I send it over? Yes, cool. And then you kind of start that conversation. You're going to book interested people into an appointment, and then you're going to rinse and repeat, right? You're just going to rinse and repeat this process. And guess what? You're going to get paid for every single appointment that you book in, okay? So let's say, for example, let's be pessimistic. Let's say you book 100 appointments a month, which is, don't be intimidated. That is really, really easy to do. And let's say you're being paid $50 per appointment, and that is really achievable. Trust me, you can get paid $100 per appointment. This is being very pessimistic. 50 per appointment times 100, that's 5K alone just for the appointments being booked. Now, let's say, for example, Alex Hormozy, you're working with him, you're booking 100 appointments a month at $50 each, you're already making 5K. And let's say he also says, right, I'll pay you 50 per appointment, then I'll also give you 5% commission on every single person that buys the 5K program, right? So what's that? That's like $250 for every single person that he actually manages to bring over the line. So let's just say, for the sake of the example, you make an extra 3.5K in commissions from people that actually bought the program on top of your already earned 5K from the appointments. Well, that's 8.5K per month. Now, what do we say at the start of this video? 100K a year is $8,334 per month, right? Now, if you do this and you're making 8.5K a month, well, you've exceeded this limit, right? And you're making well over 100K a year, okay? You're making more than 8.5K a month, and you're making more than $278 a day. And that's how you do it, okay? You understand these people, right? There's a lot of people online that sell a high ticket program, and they've got a lot of followers that want that program, but they don't have enough time in their day because they're too busy running the company to be speaking to these people, right? And if they don't speak to these people, they're missing out on a lot of money. So to work with these guys, it's a no-brainer because they know they're too busy. They know they need to have it taken care of. And it really is as simple as just booking people into appointments, right? It doesn't really take much sales skills. You may be thinking, oh, do I need experience to do this? No, you don't. Do you know why? Because it's as simple as like just DMing people. You're just DMing people. It's really that simple. Basic level persuasion skills. Are you are you interested in this offer? Yes, I am. Okay, cool. Are you free to having a chat? Yes, I am. Cool. Booked. Paid. It is that simple, right? Maybe it's not that simple, but you get the point. It's very accessible to beginners, right? Are you a little bit persuasive? Do you have basic level persuasion skills? And don't tell me you don't, because I know you do. And the reason why I know that is because every single human being, adult human being, has basic level persuasion skills, right? We're not asking for 10 grand. We're asking to get on a call, right? We're going to people that already have the problem and already want to solve that problem and get the solution, right? And we know that because they're following the person that you're in the Instagram account of. They're already in your vicinity. They know what you do. They've got the problem, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be following you, right? So it's a case of going, oh, you've got this problem, we can solve it. Are you open to having a chat so we can show you how? Yes, I am. Booked, paid. It's really not rocket science, guys. And again, if you book 100 appointments a month at 50 each, that alone is 5K a month, right? Then if you get 5% commissions on 5K, let's just say let's say being pessimistic, right? You make an extra 3.5K on top of the 5K, that's 8.5K per month, that's well over 100 grand a year. And that's how you do it, right? Very simple. And that model is called appointment setting. And I've been doing it for 2 years. I've made well over 6 figures with it. And honestly, it's changed my bloody life. And let me give you a better rundown of how this actually looks, okay? I just want to make sure my camera, I'm not entirely sure on the recording where my camera's sitting, but yeah. So this is how it looks, right? So business owner, again, he needs appointments. He has no time, right? You need cash and you've got spare time. And don't tell me you don't, because yes, you do. You do have spare time to message people and DM people. You're doing it in your personal life anyway with your friends and family, okay? So these guys need appointments and they have no time. You need cash and you have spare time. So the business owner is going to hire you to take it off his hands. Then you're going to message and speak to their audience on their behalf. You're going to book interested prospects into a meeting with the business owner. Then what's going to happen is the business owner is going to take the call. You're going to get paid for booking the appointment, and you also get paid for the deal closing. And guess what? That's your job done. You don't have to service the client. You don't have to even close the deal, right? All you do is go into the Instagram inbox or LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter inbox, find out if these people would be a good fit for the program by speaking to them, just like normal human beings, right? Once you find out they'd be a good fit for the program, you say, look, are you free for having a chat? Oh, yes, I am. Cool, booked, paid. It's that simple. That's your job done. Once they book the call, it doesn't matter if they show up, it doesn't matter if they close, it doesn't matter if they become, it doesn't matter about anything. As long as you can book in that appointment, you get paid $50 every single time. Now guess what? Let's say you get really good at booking these calls, which you will, right? Because number one, you have that basic level persuasion skills already there. But after a little bit of experience, you're gonna be booking like 5, 6, 7 appointments a day like I was. Well, you're just taking the piss there, right? You're making like $300 to $350 a day from just sending DMs. I'm telling you as someone that does myself, it really is just sending DMs. I go on a holiday whenever I want to. I travel the world. I work whenever I want to, because I've got this basic level persuasion skills, and I've got an Instagram inbox of people that are already interested in the products. I go through, filter out the people that are actually interested and would be a good fit or not, book the ones that are into an appointment, get paid. Bosh. I'll never have to go back to a 9 to 5 ever again, okay? Because there'll never be a shortage of people like this who have a big personal brand and they're selling a high ticket product. Because why the hell wouldn't you sell a high ticket product with a big personal brand like this? Okay, there will always be people doing this. This is the future. There will always be people doing this, and there will never be a shortage of people that are doing this that also have no time because they're too busy running the company and doing other things with their life. So this is an untapped model, right? And again, with this, you can progress into better sales later on. For example, you could be a sales rep. You could be the person that actually takes the call and closes the deal. So for example, if you're on an offer that sells a product for 10 grand, instead of being the setter that books the appointment and gets paid $50 per time, you could be the guy that takes the call, closes a 10 grand deal, gets paid like $1,000 in commission, and makes 10 to 20K a month, right? Now, you don't start there. You can build up to it. But you start as a setter, you build those skills get refined from being a setter, and they transfer really well into being a closer, which you can then make multiple 6 figures per year. But this alone, being a setter, sending DMs back and forth, can make you 6 figures a year. And I'm telling you as someone that's done it myself. So that's the rundown. If you want to learn exactly how to do this properly, right? If you're a complete beginner or you're someone that's looking to get into the space and you're not really sure how to do it properly, you're kind of struggling, maybe you're failing, whatever, right? Well, there's going to be a link down below in the description basically to explain how I can help you do this and get to 5, 7, 8K a month with appointment setting very bloody quickly, okay? Because I've done it myself, and I'll help you change your life in the same way that it has for me, to the point where I make 6 figures a year from my phone, travel the world whenever I want to, and work whenever I want to, and I'm friends with people just like William Brown right here, okay? If you want to learn exactly how to do that, there's going to be a link in the description below. Click it, and I'll run you through how I can help. Full transparency though, It is a sales pitch. So if you don't want to be sold to, don't click it, okay? Because if you do click it, everything on that website is designed to try and sell you something, okay? To get you to work with me so you can pay me, right? Full transparency. I'm doing this to try and sell you something. So if you don't want to be sold to and you're not that serious, then don't click it. But if you're serious about making this work and you understand with something like this you have to invest in yourself, then click down below, book a call with me. I'll run you through exactly how I can hold your hand and make it impossible for you to not get here as well.